Ever wonder how your midnight burrito gets perfectly hot in 60 seconds, while the plate stays cold? Or how popcorn goes from rock-hard kernels to fluffy explosions in just a few beeps? Well, it all started with a melted candy bar. Yes, the mighty microwave wasn't born in a lab full of culinary experts. It came from a guy working on war weapons who accidentally nuked his snack. This story is so wild. It has radar machines, exploding eggs, giant metal boxes the size of refrigerators, and more than a few lawsuits. So buckle up, friends. We're diving into the weird and zappy origin of that humming box in your kitchen. The story of the microwave is about to heat up, and it all begins with a man named Percy and a very unfortunate chocolate bar. Meet the man who nuked his lunch. Okay, so microwaves weren't exactly born out of a kitchen. In fact, they were born out of war machines. Yep, radar equipment used during World War II. Enter Percy Spencer, a self-taught engineer who worked for Raytheon, a defense contractor. He wasn't some culinary genius. He was working on magnetrons, the things that help radar systems send out signals. One fateful day in 1945, while fiddling with a magnetron, Percy noticed something strange. The candy bar in his pocket had melted. Now, most of us would panic, maybe think we had some kind of radioactive superpower. But not Percy. He went full mad scientist. The next day, he placed a bag of popcorn kernels near the magnetron. Pow! The kernels exploded everywhere. Then he tried an egg. Spoiler alert. It exploded too, in the face of a lab assistant. Science. Percy quickly realized this wasn't just a snack explosion, it was a discovery. He had accidentally found a way to cook food using microwave energy. Raytheon saw the potential immediately. Forget feeding soldiers. This could feed everyone, and possibly save millions of hours in reheating leftovers. Thus, the groundwork for the microwave oven was laid. All thanks to a candy bar, a melted egg, and one very curious engineer. The first microwave was a monster. So Percy had the idea, Raytheon had the resources. And in 1947, the very first commercial microwave oven was born. And by oven, we mean hulking radioactive box from the future. It was called the Radarinch. Catchy, right? Sounds like a sci-fi death ray. And honestly, it kind of looked like one too. This beast stood nearly 6 feet tall, weighed over 700 pounds, and cost more than $5,000, which in today's money is, like, sell your car and a kidney expensive. And it needed to be water-cooled. Yep, your microwave needed its own plumbing. Needless to say, it wasn't exactly flying off the shelves at Bed Bath & Beyond. Instead, it was mostly used in restaurants, hospitals, and on ships, where speed trumped convenience. And nobody cared if it looked like a robot from a Cold War horror film. But despite its size and cost, it worked. It could cook a potato in seconds, reheat soup like magic, and make popcorn faster than your dad could yell, "Don't burn it." It was the start of something big. But for the average person, the microwave was still a futuristic fantasy, like flying cars, robot maids, and pizza that isn't soggy when reheated. We're still waiting on that last one, by the way. Microwave mania hits the suburbs. By the 1960s, the microwave was slowly shrinking, and so was its price tag. Still bulky? Yep. Still kinda ugly? Definitely. But no longer the size of a refrigerator or the cost of a small car. Then came the golden era of modern convenience. Suburbia was booming. Every home had Tupperware, TV dinners, and a deep love for gadgets that could zap food with space rays. Enter the domestic microwave oven. By the 1970s, microwaves finally became affordable enough for everyday people. And the marketing? Absolutely unhinged. We're talking commercials where housewives beam as they reheat meatloaf in nuclear seconds. Kids watching popcorn pop like it's televised magic. And men in lab coats saying things like, "Microwaves, the science of the future, now in your kitchen." It worked. By the 1980s, microwaves were everywhere. Warming up pizza, melting cheese, obliterating leftovers into molten lava. America was in love. And with love came experiments. People microwaved everything. Eggs, CDs, marshmallow peeps, forks, bad idea, light bulbs, worse idea, and yes, soap bars, explosively entertaining. Parents stopped using the oven. College students practically lived off microwave burritos. And the phrase "nuke it" became socially acceptable food advice. Microwaves were no longer just an appliance. They were a lifestyle. Conspiracies, carnage, and cooking disasters. So, microwaves were a hit. But along with fame comes fear. As more homes got their hands on this magical food zapping box, the rumors started to bubble, just like that soup you forgot to cover. First up, radiation panic. People heard microwave radiation and immediately thought, am I slowly turning into a mutant while reheating lasagna? There were wild claims. Microwaves kill your food's nutrients. Microwaves make you sterile. Microwaves are spying on you. Spoiler, only one of those might be true. Looking at you, smart microwaves. Some folks even believed standing too close while it was running could scramble your brain. Cue the era of microwave paranoia, where families would press start, then sprint across the kitchen like it was a bomb. Then came the carnage. People started learning the hard way what not to microwave. A whole egg? It will explode. Everywhere. Aluminum foil? Hello, mini lightning storm. Grapes? They literally shoot plasma. A fork? It's a glittery fire hazard. And who could forget the first person to accidentally microwave a spoon and invent indoor fireworks? Even manufacturers started putting warning labels like, "Do not microwave pets," which raises more questions than it answers. There were fires, meltdowns, and horror stories from office break rooms that live on in legend. Yet somehow, we still kept using them. Because despite all the chaos, microwaves were just too darn convenient. Dangerous? Sure. Possibly haunted? Maybe. But where else could you turn cold pizza into something almost edible in 30 seconds? Microwaves today, smart, sassy, and slightly terrifying. Fast forward to today, and the microwave has gone from awkward kitchen box to full-blown culinary sorcerer. Modern microwaves are smarter than your ex. They've got touchscreens, sensors that detect moisture levels, Wi-Fi connectivity, because apparently your frozen burrito needs the internet, and voice assistants. Alexa, nuke my leftover meatloaf. Sure thing. Initiating flavor reanimation sequence. We've now got microwaves that scan barcodes, connect to apps, and suggest recipes. Some even text you when your popcorn is done. Meanwhile, your actual friends still leave you on read. But with great power comes great weirdness. These fancy features have led to microwaves randomly turning on at 3 a.m. haunted, updates that brick your microwave like it's a phone from 2009. And let's not forget the dreaded beep that echoes through your soul when you forget your mug for the third time in a row. We've come a long way from melting candy bars. Now we've got machines that practically file your taxes while reheating soup. Microwaves are everywhere, in homes, dorms, gas stations, and even inside convenience store robots. And while some people still fear the radiation box, most of us just fear one thing: microwaving fish in the office break room. Some say it's rude. Others call it a war crime. Coming up next, a toaster with trust issues? So, what started with a melted candy bar and a guy named Percy has become one of the most chaotic, convenient inventions in modern history. The microwave. It's blown up eggs, ruined Tupperware lids, cooked thousands of midnight snacks, and survived decades of suspicious stares from boomers and conspiracy theorists alike. Whether you're reheating pizza, making mug cakes, or accidentally microwaving your keys, don't ask. This buzzing box is here to stay. But hey, if you think the microwave story was weird, wait until you hear about the drama-filled journey of the toaster. Yep, that little bread crisping box has baggage, sparks, sabotage, and slices gone rogue. It's electric. It's dangerous. It has trust issues. So make sure you're subscribed, notifications on, because next time, we're diving into the wild world of the toast that almost burned down the 20th century. Until then, drop your weirdest microwave disasters in the comments. Exploding oatmeal, ramen science experiments, or that one time your popcorn bag caught fire. And remember, microwave responsibly, or at least stand 5 feet back, just in case.